this week's Greyhound View, we take a look at the highlights of the first round heats of the Irish Cesarewitch, the best of the action from last weekend at Shelbourne Park, plus we talk to trainer Paul Hennessy about his run-ins for this year. But first we join in fortune at Harold's Cross.
These are certainly busy times at Harold's Cross with a series of track bookmaker sponsorships. Tonight they sponsor numerous races, but the feature is definitely the final of the Dashers dual distance. The favourite racing on the rails is Joe Tex. He looks the one to beat, but this is greyhound racing and anything can happen. But first, let's take in the semi-finals of the Super 12.
And in this first semi-final, in Trap 1 Marwood Beauty, 2 Count Again, 3 is the favourite Cool Honey, 4 Kestrel Lass, 5 Lady Golden and 6 Sebastian's Thief. A classy lineup. Here behind Traps, away to go. Number 1 Fast Out, that's the veteran Marwood Beauty. 5 Lady Golden leading up with number 6 Sebastian's Thief also prominent around the second bend, and number 5 shoots to the front Lady Golden from 6 Sebastian's Thief. Number 4 making ground in third Kestrel Lass, and then 2 Count Again. Towards the third bend, and 5 Lady Golden still in front, the outsider, but now number 6, that's Sebastian's Thief, ranges up to challenge. And it's now 6 Sebastian's Thief with Kestrel Lass 4 putting in a big run, but Sebastian's Thief going to win this one, number 6, from Kestrel Lass in second and Count Again in third. The time a very good one, 28.82. The result of the first semi-final, the winner was Sebastian's Thief, owned by Dom Rennicks, second number 4 Kestrel Lass, and third number 2 Count Again. Time 28.82. The second semi-final in 1 Chariot Run, 2 Aaron Sheila, 3 Baby B, 4 Clover Hill June, 5 Free State, and 6 The Gamble, Castleburgh Katie, and they're away they go, and it's number 4 Fast Out Clover Hill June. She's a big stare. If she leads, she'll never be caught. 5 is second Free State as they head around the opening 2 bends. It's number 4 Clover Hill June being challenged by 5 Free State on the outside. Number 2 Aaron Sheila is third. Now number 5 Free State takes it up. 4 Clover Hill June is still a close second and she flies home, but it's 5 Free State out front from 4 in second. That's Clover Hill June, 2 Aaron Sheila, and then 6 Castleburgh Katie. But turning for home, it's Free State. Number 5 wins this one from 4 Clover Hill June and 2 Aaron Sheila in third. The time 28.63. The result of the 7th race, the winner number 5 Free State, owned by Eamon Reynolds, second number 4 Clover Hill June, and third number 2 Aaron Sheila. Time 28.63. The final of the Track Bookmakers Super 12 will take place on Friday night at Harold's Cross, and the draw resulted in 1 Count Again, 2 Kestrel Lass, 3 Aaron Sheila, 4 Clover Hill June, 5 Free State, and 6 Sebastian's Thief. Free State looks quite well drawn again, must have a big chance of following up the big run in the semi-final. Well, the racing at Harold's Cross tonight very much about the Track Bookmakers sponsored stakes. Cathal, very good sponsorship from them.
Absolutely wonderful, Michael. I think it has got to be stated and got to be said that our generosity, appreciation and thanks goes out big time to the bookmakers in Harold's Cross. I mean, each individual book is donating £5,200 each per year. That's £100 a week each for the next 12 months. That gives us stakes in the region of £10,000 every 4 weeks. It's absolutely marvellous, and as I said before, our deepest and sincere appreciation and thanks to the bookmakers. They're a very gallant bunch of boys, I can tell you.
Now, you've also announced major changes here to the track, to the opening bends here, going to take place shortly.
Yes, Seamus Graham and myself, along with various engineering people, the Smiths and John Wooten and whatnot, spent a day here last week, and we have decided to do serious modifications to the first bend. We're bringing the inside rail back 2.5 metres. We're leaving the outside rail as it stands. We're raising the hair rail at the first bend 12 to 15 inches. We're going to have the widest bend, and we're going to have the most severe banking at the bend in Ireland, I would safely say at this moment, you know. So hopefully that will put to rest the reputation that has been building up about the first bend in Harold's Cross.
It takes place over Easter, this various work, and you're also going to have to move the traps, isn't that right?
Yes, we're going to have to move the traps back. The 575 unfortunately can't go back any further, so it's now going to be a 570. The work is going to be, the 525 box and 550 boxes are going to be back about 5 or 6 yards each. The work is going to take place over the next 4 or 5 weeks, the sort of basics, and then during Good Friday, we're obviously closed on Good Friday for racing, so we have from Tuesday until the following Monday to do the major job, and hopefully at that stage we'll have a track that will be second to none.
Meanwhile, the dogs are on parade for the final of the Track Bookmakers Dashers Dual Distance. Michael Fortune takes up the action.
Number 1, Joe Tex, owned by Pat Foley, trained by Ollie Bray, son of Larkill Joe and Whitefort Sal. This one 29-19 winner last week, very impressive, real early pace, perfect draw. Number 2 is Called the Ranger, owned by F. McAvoy and M. Larkin, trained by Jimmy Keenan, the son of Come On Ranger and Black Ash Pond. Getting on at this stage, he's won 12 out of 47, good all-round pace, goes strongly to the corner. In 3, we have Saffron Joe, owned by the Michaels for the Hearty Syndicate, trained by Paul Hennessy. A son of Larkill Joe and Princess Yale, has won 12 out of 20, very good early pace, stays 2, did 29-20 in the semi. Number 4 here is Captain Mackey, owned by Eugene Dempsey, a son of Pepe's Dilemma and Forever Rosie. Fast early and stays on strongly too, but will be one of the outsiders here. There'll also be generous prices about number 5, Godolphin, owned by the Super 8 Syndicate, trained by Barry Noon, the son of Aracle Phantom and Crofton Pearl. He's in a rich vein of form recently, breaking very fast. And in 6, we have the massively built .com, owned by Yvonne Barry, the son of Split the Bill and Springwell Spice. Top class litter. This fella's a very pacey sort, very good early pace, perfectly drawn, stays well. The favourites in 1, hair behind traps and away they go. And the favourites very badly away, and so is .com. It's 2, Called the Ranger, leading on the inside into the corner. From 3, Saffron Joe in 2nd. The favourite trying to get into it now in 3rd, but 2, Called the Ranger, leads into the back. From 3, Saffron Joe, who now takes it up and races ahead. It's 3, Saffron Joe, into the 3rd corner by a couple of lengths from 2, Called the Ranger in 2nd. These have gone on from Joe Tex in 3rd. This looks sewn up for Saffron Joe, turning for home. Saffron Joe out clear, 2 is rallying Called the Ranger, but Saffron Joe wins it. 2, Called the Ranger is 2nd, with Joe Tex in 3rd, the time 29:08. And the result of the Track Bookmakers Dashers Dual Distance, the winner number 3, Saffron Joe, owned by the Michaels for the Hearty Syndicate, trained by Paul Hennessy. 2nd, number 2, Called the Ranger, and 3rd, number 1, Joe Tex, time 29:08.
Well, Paul and Susan Hennessy, certainly very familiar to those watching the Greyhound View, but we're here with young Kevin Hennessy, a son.
Yeah, my dad's actually in Kilkenny tonight, and he told me Franners and Mick to come up tonight, and Joe went out and done the business, so we're happy anyway.
Nearly got done at the corner, but got around.
Yeah, he's a big lad, he can boss his way through things, and he got through there tonight and made the back straights, done the business.
Now you're in school, Kevin. How do you help around the kennels?
Well, when I'm home now, I'd normally go out and help Mick or Ned or whoever's needing help, and I'd just let in and out the dogs and sweep them out and fix up the benches and that. So it's early mornings and late evenings.
And where do you fit in the homework?
Oh, Jenny, I don't know about the homework now. I do the homework going into school on 1 in the morning.
The 2003 Red Mills Irish Cesarewitch got underway at Mullingar on Saturday night. This, the first classic of the year run over the 600-yard distance, a good test of stamina and pace for our leading performers. First of all, let's have a look back at last year's race when Mega Delight thrilled us all with a record-breaking run.
Down the back straight, Mega Delight about 4 lengths clear now of number 5, Aliska Vienna. In 3rd, Lissaroon Nose, and further back, Troop is Gloria. Around the 2nd last corner, it's number 4, Mega Delight, the favourite, at 5-4. In front of the 2nd favourite, Aliska Vienna at 6-4. Up the home straight, Mega Delight still running strongly. She's going to get there. Mega Delight wins the Cesarewitch for 2002.
Well, that was a superb performance from Mega Delight as she set that new track record of 33:10 in the final. She was, of course, to become one of the great stayers of the year and very much in contention for the Marathon Greyhound of the Year award, as well as the Bitch of the Year award.
Runner-up here last year, running from 4, that's Aliska Vienna, well fancied here tonight and is not out all that well here tonight. Out wide though, it's the striped jacket of Leonie's Star, who has a lead of maybe 3 lengths or so into the opening bend. Lemon Rambo moves into 2nd, Thundercut Alley is 3rd right now. Greenmore Melody is back in 4. Remember, 4 to qualify. Change of leader up front, and it's the red jacket of Lemon Rambo that moves in front of Leonie's Star as they swing the final bend. This is a very impressive win, looking for his 8th win from 17 starts, and is going to record just that. Lemon Rambo, an impressive winner. The hare swings the final bend 4, the 5 to qualify for Heat 2. Canuti is out very well in the white jacket. That's the favourite, and he's well away as they pass the finishing line with a full circuit to go. He's followed by Fast Prankster. On the inside, the rails, Tut Tut now showing into 2nd, down the back straight. But what about this for a most polished performance by Canuti? Can he stay out in front? Tut Tut beginning to close. There as well is Droopy's Gloria, but there's no doubt about the winner, a runaway winner as they run up the finishing straight here. It's going to be a clear-cut success for the winner. That's Canuti, followed home by Droopy's Gloria. Close for third, Tut Tut might just be there. Here comes towards the traps, and Rebel Watcher Paul Hennessy's runner is well away in 4. Down the centre towards the finishing line with a full circuit to go. It's Ardalon Reach that leads them on now. From Springwell Sue, the bitch is into second. And it's Rebel Watcher that's the back marker right now, but down the back straight is Ardalon Reach that has a lead of maybe 2 or 3 lengths, but closing is Springwell Sue. Out wide as well, it's Cabbage White. It's desperately close off the final turn. It's Ardalon Reach on the rails as the race down towards the line. It's Cabbage White that's coming late, and Cabbage White is going to get there, I think, from Springwell Sue, and Silver Shout finishes third. The last 4 places up for grabs now. 4 bitches and a dog in this final heat. And out well is in the centre is Backdoor Girl. Up the front they go, and it's Top Action, in fact, that's out front from Long Valley Sue. A lead of maybe 4 or 5 lengths being enjoyed right now by Top Action. Beauty Saloon is in second, and third it's Backdoor Girl. Battle on for fourth. Out front it's Top Action. Beginning to close, it's Backdoor Girl, but he's not going to catch Top Action. And it's Top Action that's going to score here, racing up towards the finishing line. It's Top Action, followed home by Backdoor Girl. Mustang Miracle takes third.
Little did we think that Mega Delight's record would be smashed in the very first round. A truly superb performance by Canute, trained in Enniscorthy by Johnny Donoghue. And of course Canute had equalled the Shelbourne Sand 575 record a week earlier.
In part 2, we look back at the action from Shelbourne Park and talk to trainer Paul Hennessy. During the week, we paid a visit to Kilkenny-based trainer Paul Hennessy to talk about his charges for this year and what effect the direct clash between the Easter Cup and the Scottish Derby have on his plans.
The unfortunate clash, if you like, of the Easter Cup and the Scottish Derby, it does affect us, yeah, because we would send more dogs for the Scottish Derby if the 2 competitions weren't clashing, and we would run Priceless Rebel in the Easter Cup if he was available for it. But unfortunately, 2 very big prizes coming at the one time. Priceless Rebel has been there, done that. He is the current Scottish Derby champion, so he will return and try and defend the title there. We also have the defending champion in the Easter Cup. Actually, he's double defending champion the Late Late Show. He's won it the last twice, and we're going for an unprecedented third effort, and he's in good form. Now, whether he can pull it off again or not, I really don't know, but we'll try. I mean, you know, it's not the end of the world if he doesn't.
Very wide is Late Late Show, but he's flying home, and Late Late Show takes it.
We'd also have plenty of younger dogs coming on, like Bucky Burglar, who was favourite for the Puppy Derby at the start of last year. You know, a very fast young dog, just needs to get his trapping down. When he traps, he's brilliant. He's 28.58 down in Harold's Cross and Shelbourne. 10 Men, another fantastic early pace dog. He ended up favourite for the Puppy Derby in the final last year. Unfortunately, he missed the break in the final and got beat, and then he went to Limerick and he got injured after winning in 28.48 his first time round Limerick. He's a flying machine. If we can get him back to his best, he's also a very good dog. Confident Choice, he won the Guinness Trophy in Cork last weekend. Also another very fast young dog coming in from last year, you know what I mean. Hector, young bitch then, a daughter of Larkhill Joe, she's going the right way. She already has a 28.60 to her credit in Shelbourne Park. So those kind of dogs will all be put in together to help him out. Maybe Cool Gamble, a young dog that we have that broke the track record in Newbridge in his first outing back this year, a flying machine for early pace. Just his last 2 races haven't been up to scratch. We think we found a problem with him, but all those other kind of dogs will be entering the Easter Cup. I'm afraid Priceless Rebel will be on his own solo in Scotland, but I mean, he was good enough last year. Hopefully he'll be good enough again this year.
With the announcement of major improvements to the Wimbledon track, would this have an influence on his participation in the English Derby?
in my opinion, it definitely needed a bit of a help. Like, I mean, now that's a bit unfair. My biggest experience of Wimbledon would have been last year's Derby, and it just seemed to be one of those times when things weren't working right. You know what I mean? You know, Seamus Call's a good friend of mine. He's a trainer at Wimbledon the whole time, and it doesn't usually get that kind of trouble that it got during last year's competition. But having said that, it is a tight track, you know, and if you want to run a Derby, it's supposed to be the best competition run. You know what I mean? That's your kind of best stake. That's your showcase for greyhound racing. And in my opinion, Wimbledon track is a bit tight for showing, you know, the real true qualities of greyhound racing. Like, you take bigger tracks, say, like, you know, Clonmel, for example, is a fabulous new track. And you know, the way dogs can express themselves on those bigger galloping tracks is a fabulous sight to see. Certainly we'll travel, you know, with whatever we have at that particular time. Tamna Rose, she came in season the week of the final of the Guinness Trophy, and I think, you know, the chances are that we will let her miss this time around, because her dates will be perfect for another rattle at the Irish Oaks. And greyhounds like her are very, very rare. Well, we've only had one other before like her, and that was 4:45. And Tamna Rose always gives her best. And if she's perfectly well and healthy, anything else that wants to take the Oaks will have to run if she's around, I'll tell you that for nothing. We have a couple of other hopefuls for the Oaks yet to follow up or to help out Tamna Rose, the likes of Hector. She's won a competition in Shelbourne Park as well, £5,000 stake. She was very good in the final. She beat another one of our young hopefuls, Coolavany Bird, in the final. She's also an excellent prospect, Coolavany Bird. The world really is at her feet. She looks like a huge prospect. Well, maybe over distances slightly longer than 5.25, but at the same time, you know, it's nice to have one that you're not beating at the first bend. She can come through and finish off well in. And another bitch we have is Your Eyes Only. She's won her last 6 in a row for us. She has 3 competitions won so far. She really is a progressive type, and she'd look well into the standard of an Oaks bitch. Now, those last 2 would take in the Project Stakes first, obviously. All those we put into the competition, you know what I mean, along with whatever we have at that given time.
Shelbourne Park was buzzing last weekend with both the final of the Shelbourne Tote Open Puppy Stake plus the semi-finals of the Chronicle Bookmakers 29-second Puppy Stake. Most definitely a night for young prospects. Now we join Ian Fortune for the lineup of the Shelbourne Tote Open Puppy Stake final.
In one Coolavany Bird, trained by Paul Hennessy for Nicky Kenny and Orr Riches, this a powerful daughter of Ironman and Blonde Return. She'll be absolutely flying from halfway. In 2 Legal Moment, the daughter of the brilliant Judicial Pride, Legal Jan, later owned and trained by Anne Buckley. She starts, she stays. She's one of the leading bitches in the country. In 3, Air Force James, a second Paul Hennessy representative. This one owned by Keith Doherty in Dublin, a son of Top Honcho and Manola Puma. Few move as fast down the back straight. In 4, Free State, trained by Rita Reynolds for Eamon Reynolds, a daughter of Stapler's Joe and Quare Reason. A highly progressive bitch, she seems to get better every night she runs. In 5, the inexperienced Wednesday Prince, owned and trained by the M&R Syndicate in Offaly, a son of Honcho Classic and Nitro Susie. He can go up strongly if recapturing his best form, not without a chance. And 6, Ellen's Jaguar, trained by Dolores Ruth for Liam Marks and Kay Fraser in Loud, a daughter of Honcho Classic and Enchantment. She led all the way for an impressive semi-final success. They're on the way for the final of the Shelbourne Tote Open Puppy Stake final. This promises to be a thriller. 6 really decent youngsters, and they're up behind traps, and away they go. And first to show is Legal Moment. Quickly going up in 5 is Wednesday Prince, on the outside number 6. That's Ellen's Jaguar. Further back to number 4, Free State. Then number 3 is Air Force James. But around the opening corners, and number 2, Legal Moment leads from number 5. In second spot, Wednesday Prince. On the wide outside, Ellen's Jaguar. Further back to Free State. Number 3, Air Force James. At the tail of the field, number 1, Coolavany Bird. But around the final 2 corners, and number 2, Legal Moment leads by 4 lengths. She doesn't look like being caught at this stage. Number 3, Air Force James, coming home like an express train, but he's not going to get there. Number 2, Legal Moment wins it. Second is number 3, Air Force James. Third is number 5, I believe, Wednesday Prince. 28.76. A tremendous performance by a tremendous bitch. And the result of the final of the Shelbourne Tote Open Puppy Stake: first was number 2, Legal Moment. Second, number 3, Air Force James. And third, number 5, Wednesday Prince. The winning time, 28.76.
She won the Marion O'Connor there in early November, and now she's after winning this Open Puppy Stake, which is just fantastic. She can come away and can stay.
She's a fantastic bitch. To do 28.76 tonight now in a top-class field is excellent running for her. She won't be 2 until next month she'll be 2.
A great win there for Legal Moment. Now we take a look at the semi-finals of the Chronicle Bookmaker 29-second Puppy Stake.
They're in traps for the opening semi-final of the Chronicle Bookmakers Puppy Stake. In trap 1, Drive on Sarah. Trap 2, First Charter. In 3, La Fontaine. 4, Riverside Hope. 5, Automatic Runner. And 6, Tina's Mirage. The favourite, trap number 2, First Charter. The hair up behind traps, and away they go. And first to show us trap number 6 on the outside. That's Tina's Mirage. Going well in second, number 4 is Riverside Hope. In third is number 2. That's First Charter. But around the opening corners, it's number 6 that leads. Tina's Mirage from number 4, Riverside Hope. In third, number 2, First Charter with number 5, Automatic Runner. But into the third corner, number 6, Tina's Mirage continues to lead. Number 5, Automatic Runner making up big ground in third spot. But out front, still number 6, Tina's Mirage. Riverside Hope, a strong challenger on the inside. Back in third, number 3, La Fontaine. But up the home straight, number 4, Riverside Hope. Here comes La Fontaine. And La Fontaine grabs it. Automatic Runner ran on well for second spot. 29.02 the winning time. A real cracker. The result of the opening semi-final. Trap 3, La Fontaine the winner. Second, number 5, Automatic Runner. And third, number 4, Riverside Hope. The winning time, 29.02. Here on the way for the second semi-final. In 1, Lovely Dog. Trap 2, Aries Song. In 3, Phoenix Ice. 4, the favourite, Droopy's Ferdy. In 5, Friedel Save. And trap number 6 is the fast finishing Awesome Impact. The hair coming around the final corner. The favourite, trap number 4, Droopy's Ferdy. And away they go. And first to show us trap number 3, Phoenix Ice, but number 1, Lovely Dog, now showing in front. On the wide outside, number 5, Friedel Save, around the opening corners. And number 1, Lovely Dog leads from number 3, Phoenix Ice. And third, number 5, Friedel Save, down the far side. Lovely Dog continues to lead by about a length and a half, 2 lengths to number 3, Phoenix Ice. And third, Friedel Save, trying to close, but it's Lovely Dog into the third corner. Lovely Dog continues to lead from number 3, Phoenix Ice. Back in third, number 4, Droopy's Ferdy, but around the final corner, still number 1, Lovely Dog. Here comes number 3, Phoenix Ice, but number 1, Lovely Dog wins this semi-final style. Number 3 is second, Phoenix Ice, close for third, 29.06 the winning time. And the second semi-final, won by trap 1, Lovely Dog. Second was number 3, Phoenix Ice, and third, number 5, Friedel Save. The winning time, 29.06.
So the trap draw for the final of the Chronicle Bookmaker 29-second Puppy Stake are as follows. In trap 1, La Fontaine. 2, Friedel Save. 3, Phoenix Ice. In trap 4, Lovely Dog. 5, Riverside Hope. And 6, Automatic Runner. Looking ahead now to the fixtures, and on Thursday at Shelbourne Park, it's the final of the Chronicle Bookmaker 29-second Puppy Stake, and also the first round of the Mullingar House Stud Puppy Stake. On Friday, it's Harold's Cross, and it's the final of the Track Bookmakers Super 12, plus the 3170. On Saturday at Shelbourne Park, it's the Monaghan GAA Benefit Night. At Mullingar, it's the second round of the Red Mills Irish Cesarewitch. And at Limerick, it's the second round of the Red Mills Kennedy Cup. And at Cork, the first round of the Hospitality Catering Super Sprint. Next week, we bring you the highlights of those heats from Mullingar, the final of the Chronicle Bookmaker Stake, plus the best of the action from Harold's Cross.